Beloved soul, if your eyes found this message, understand, it did not arrive by accident. Timing is intelligence, and heaven is meticulous with timing. Breathe in slowly, breathe out gently, and let the room around you soften. Let the noise at the edges quiet itself. You have entered a moment of appointment. There is a curious weight in the air tonight, a hush that feels almost like a held breath. You felt it earlier, didn't you? That pause you could not name. The atmosphere that suddenly became heavy, as if the unseen leaned in to whisper. Hear me clearly. Your life has drawn attention, not for punishment, for purpose, not for shaming, for shaping. A report has moved through channels you cannot see. Doors you have never walked through have spoken your name aloud. And yes, your home, your patterns, your prayers, your midnight tears have all been observed by watchers who do not sleep. Do not tremble. This is not a sentence. It is an endorsement. It is evidence that the light in you is becoming visible. When a candle is struck in a dark room, shadows notice. So do guardians. So do those who feed on confusion. And so does heaven, which never wastes a spark. If your spirit is ready, type these words to anchor your arrival in this moment. I am ready. Let me speak plainly, because plain speech protects you. You are marked for this message because your timeline is accelerating. A figure known by many, someone the world watches, carried your name into a network that tracks potential, risk, and turning points. That mention was not a curse. It was a trumpet. It did not create your destiny. It confirmed that your destiny is in motion. Perhaps you sensed it days ago, the odd coincidence that was too specific to shrug off. The face that reappeared after years of silence at the exact minute you considered giving up. The unexpected delay that kept you from being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Or those strange dreams, too detailed to dismiss, where you were standing at a threshold with papers in your hand, a stamp hovering over them, a voice saying, approved but precise. These are not accidents. They are signals. The veil is thinning around you because your next decisions are consequential. Type, reveal my truth. You are not commanding heaven. You are consenting to clarity. Let us name the watchers and authorities so you understand the field. There are earthly authorities, agencies, institutions, systems that catalog movement, influence, and risk. They notice when someone's life begins to surge. Sometimes they watch to protect order, sometimes to restrain what they don't understand. But there are also higher watchers, beings of light, assigned to protect, to witness, to record, to steward a path. Some of them have stood by your bloodline for generations, waiting for a willing heart to finally say yes. Others stepped near you when you cried and meant it, when you said, I will not waste my life. Show me why I'm here. They heard you. They drew closer. Here is the second clear truth. A file exists concerning you, not a file of gossip, not a dossier of disgrace, but a blueprint, living, luminous, responsive. It carries the signature of your calling and the coordinates of the doors you are licensed to open. Recently, certain lines in that blueprint brightened. Prayers did that. Integrity did that. Private obedience did that. Your refusal to become bitter when you had every excuse did that. Heaven pays attention to what the world ignores. Breathe. Place a hand over your heart. Whisper, I accept my power. Then type, I accept my power. Words open doors because they announce agreement. I must tell you something that will explain why the last months have felt so intense. When the blueprint brightens, two things happen. First, guardians adjust their formation around you. You are not alone walking home at night. You are escorted. Your delays are sometimes detours designed to save your feet from traps you could not see. Second, resistance wakes up. Not because you are cursed, but because clarity disturbs control. Old patterns try to reclaim you. Old voices test you. Old shame knocks like a salesman promising relief if you will buy the smaller story again. Do not open that door. You will also notice the placement of people. Some are assignments with gentle eyes. They are gardeners with tools in their hands, waterers of your hope. They do not flatter, they fortify. Others arrive as lessons with bright smiles and dull intentions. They mirror your unresolved wounds until you choose to heal. And then there is a rare category, keepers of gate keys, who say one sentence to you, and entire rooms open. Watch for that sentence. It will be simple, not clever. Heaven prefers simple. Type, I choose my destiny. You are not wrestling for permission. You are claiming stewardship. Now, let us address the figure whose mention lifted your name into attention. You want to know, were they for me or against me? Listen carefully. Their role was not accusation, it was amplification. They saw a pattern, your resilience under pressure, your refusal to sell your soul for speed, your quiet works of mercy that no one filmed. And they sent a signal. Watch this one. Something bright is forming. Some watchers will misunderstand brightness as risk. Others will recognize it as assignment. Your job is not to manage their opinions. Your job is to maintain alignment. How do you remain aligned while eyes are on you? 3 moves. First, clean your field. Close every loop that whispers failure at you, unfinished tasks, half-kept promises to yourself, the corner of your room that has become a shrine to delay. Order attracts endorsement. Clarity shortens time. Say this aloud. I bless my space with order. Then act. 1 shelf, 1 paper, 1 call. Heaven meets motion. Second, sharpen your yes. Vague prayers produce vague doors. Write what you will serve and who you will not betray to serve it. Put it somewhere you can see it. Say no quickly to what dilutes you. You are not unkind. You are specific. Specificity is kindness to your calling. Third, fortify your gates. Your eye gate, ear gate, mouth gate. What you watch writes lines in your blueprint. What you repeat authorizes futures. Speak as if your words carry weather, as if they can draw storms or open skies. Because they do. Type, I claim my future. You are setting ink to paper in your energetic file. There is an uncomfortable topic we must not avoid: surveillance. The word itself feels cold, clinical, invasive. But let me give you a higher lens. In a hospital, constant monitoring saves lives. It does not exist to shame the patient. It exists to catch anomalies early. You are not a patient, but you are in a transformation ward right now. Your vitals matter. Your thresholds matter. Your dosage of joy matters. And yes, your environment is being adjusted, sometimes without your permission, because rescue does not always ask first. When you were a child, the hand that pulled you back from the road felt rough, but it was love. This moment is like that. Do not romanticize the past. The version of you who survived last year cannot lead you into next year. Gratitude honors the survivor. Obedience promotes the leader. You can be both grateful and done. You can bless what kept you alive and still refuse to live there. Now let us speak to fear. Fear is rehearsed abandonment. It expects to be left and builds a house on that expectation. You know those rooms too well, the ones lined with arguments for smallness, the ones crowded with furniture that keeps you from dancing. You will not live there anymore. Fear will still knock, but it will find no seat at your table. Here is a prayer for your gates and your steps. Holy God, assign angels to my thresholds. Guard my sleep from counterfeit dreams and my waking from recycled shame. Seal my home in peace. Expose what imitates alignment and guide me to what is truly mine. Cancel every lingering permission I gave to confusion when I was tired. Recalibrate my timing. Redeem my attention. Let my name be spoken only by mouths that mean me well, or if by enemies, only in ways that accelerate my assignment. I agree with wise watchfulness over me, not as limitation, but as loving governance. Amen. If that resonated, type, I choose wise watchfulness. Do you remember the small moments when your spirit tugged you sideways? Wait 5 minutes. Turn left. Try tomorrow. You obeyed once or twice and marveled at the elegance of what you missed. Consider living like that daily. Do not perform for the eyes on you. Practice for the one who has always watched with love. Some will say your precision makes you rigid. They do not understand the joy of disciplined peace. Precision is not rigidity. It is rhythm. It is the way a dancer protects the dance so the music can become visible. Now I must tell you why only a small number received this level of message. Not because heaven loves a few and ignores the rest, but because responsibility is weight. Glory is weight. Influence is weight. And weight requires muscle. The last years were not random hardship. They were spiritual conditioning. You built muscle where others built complaints. You kept your hands clean where others compromised. You stayed soft where others hardened. Heaven can trust soft hands with heavy things. And yet, do not confuse trust with exemption. You will still be tested, gently at first, and then pointedly, to ensure your yes is real. Expect easy gains that come with crooked contracts. Expect invitations that dress themselves in urgency. You are not desperate. You are destined. Desperation sells you under price. Destiny sets your market. As you step, expect two currents. The first is noise, old gossip, new speculation, narratives written by people who never learned your language. Let them speak. The wind will steal their ink. The second is instruction, quiet, clear, humble. It will arrive as an inner nudge, a line from a book, a sentence in a conversation, a sudden picture in prayer. Obey quickly. Your speed of obedience will compress timelines. Type, I move at heaven's pace. About your inner circle. You cannot build a cathedral with people who prefer tents. Honor them. Do not despise them. But stop asking them for blueprints they do not carry. Architects' souls are rare. You will know them by their love of foundations and their refusal to rush the poor. They are not flashy. They are faithful. When they offer correction, it feels like oxygen, not suffocation. When they celebrate you, it sounds like prayer, not performance. Now, a word about the celebrity signal that drew eyes to you. The world fixates on names. Heaven fixates on alignment. If that person returns to your path, bless them. Do not idolize them. Do not resent them. Receive what is yours. Release what is not. Sometimes a herald never becomes a companion. Do not grieve the messenger who leaves after delivering the message. Gratitude is enough. Let us seal this section with declarations. Speak them aloud then. If you will, type the one that strikes your core. I am watched over, not watched down. My blueprint brightens in right order, right time, right place. I carry power with purity and influence with integrity. My no is clean. My yes is clear. My steps are protected. I do not buy speed with my soul. I am precise with my attention and generous with my love. I am escorted by angels and guided by wisdom. We are nearing the end. But first, the calendar. You are entering a decision window, 30 to 90 days during which your choices will multiply results. If you steward your mornings, the rest of the day will salute. If you protect your words, your atmosphere will obey. If you honor your body, your mind will sharpen. Do not chase 10 doors. Build one door so well that heaven insists on using it. Practical steps for this window. 1. Choose a daily hour of consecration. No screens. No noise. Paper, pen, breath, prayer. Tell the truth on that paper. Heaven honors honest ink. 2. Identify 3 unfinished loops and close them. A loop closed is dignity restored. 3. Name the counterfeit comforts that drain you. Replace them with nourishing rituals, water, stretch, sunlight, a paragraph of wisdom, a song that lifts your eyes. 4. Set relational boundaries kindly and early. A clear boundary is an act of love for both souls. 5. Practice small obediences. Send the message, fix the corner, schedule the appointment, forgive the offense without revisiting the wound. If you do this, you will feel the runway under your feet. You will sense the watchers becoming witnesses and the authorities becoming guardrails. You will notice the light in your home become calmer, the strange interruptions reducing, the necessary interruptions increasing. Those sacred bumps that put you in the right place at precisely the right moment. Now, return your hand to your heart. Close your eyes if you can. I yield the sealed file of my life only to rightful hands. I withdraw consent from every gaze that meant me small, and I grant consent to wise oversight that protects my path. I bless those who misunderstood me. I release the need to be explained. I agree with the blueprint that bears my name. I accept the weight and the wonder of my assignment. I will not vanish to be liked. I will not shrink to be safe. I will be who heaven saw the day I was imagined.